It's good to see you again. It's Sun and welcome back to the course of Business Meeting and Negotiation Skill of the Distant Learning course by Hoa Sen University. So welcome to chapter number 14, which called the cross-cultural negotiation. In the words where business meetings often happen across multiple time zones, understanding cultural differences isn't just nice to have, it's a must. And in today, we know about different culture of negotiation here. So let's start with a simple question here. Do you think culture will affect the outcome of the negotiation? Spoiler a little bit for this one. It absolutely does. But before we dive into the detail, take a moment to think about how cultural differences might influence the way people mitigate and negotiate. So in this lesson, you are going to sharpen 3 essential skills. First, we focus on how to communicate effectively across. Next one, you learn how to adjust your tactics based on cultural background of the people you're negotiating with. And finally, we dive into how to recognize the difference between prototype and stereotype. So here, what will be covered in today's lesson. First, let's start with the definition of culture. So understanding what culture really means and why it matters in negotiation. Next, we dive into the importance between the stereotype and prototype. And finally, we explore the dimension of culture, key factors that shape how people from different cultures think, communicate, and negotiate. So let's kick off with the definition. What is culture and how culture can shape the negotiation outcome? Before we find out what it is, I would like to show you a video about the cross-cultural negotiation. Let's enjoy. So, what exactly is culture? According to our definition from page 268 here, culture is the unique character of a social group. It's the value, norm, and behavior shared by its member that set it apart from other groups. So this definition highlights how culture shapes our perceptions and action, especially in a negotiation context. Right, so culture is made of several key components, each playing a vital role in shaping how we interact and negotiation. First, we have value, the core belief that define what is important within a culture. Then are norms. These are the rules that guide the behavior of a society member. How about the third one? Belief. Belief represents the idea people hold, often influenced by religions, tradition, and ideology. And finally, we have practices, the daily activity and ritual that express the cultural value and belief. Now, look at this one. Culture is like an iceberg. The visible part above the water includes behavior, artifact, and institution, which means like things we can easily observe. However, the larger part of culture lie below the surface, encompassing value, belief, norm, and assumptions. So these deeper aspects try the visible cultural expression and are crucial to understand when engaging in negotiation. For instance, what may seem like a straightforward behavior in one culture might have deep-rooted significance in another. Now, that we define culture and its components, let's talk about how culture impacts negotiation. So cultural differences can influence everything from the way we communicate to how we perceive power dynamic and make decisions. So cultural impacts negotiation in several critical areas. These include the content of our communications, decision-making processes. Power dynamic, approach to conflict. So understand the area will have you anticipate cultural differences and adapt your negotiation strategy accordingly. So let's break down each of the area in more details. So now, first up is the content. Messages are conveyed through the context, nonverbal cues, and what is left unsaid. Knowing whether a culture favors direct or indirect communication can help you interpret messages more accurately and respond. Now, let's talk about decision making. In individualistic culture, such as the US, decisions are often made based on personal goals and achievement. In contrast, collectivist culture like China and Japan prioritize the group harmony and collective well-being. So recognizing whether you are negotiating with an individualist or collectivist culture can help you tailor your approach to align with their decision-making processes. How about the next one? Power dynamic. So plays a significant role in negotiation, and these dynamics vary widely across the culture. So understand these dynamics can help you determine the appropriate level of formality and who the key decision makers are made. And now let's move to the last one. The approach to conflict. In confrontational cultures, often seen in individualistic societies, often conflict and debate can be viewed as healthy and constructive. In non-confrontational cultures, typically found in collectivist society, so direct confrontation is avoided to maintain group harmony. So, we just have learned the first section of chapter 14 with the definition of culture and its importance in negotiation. In the next video, we will know about how stereotype and prototype can impact your negotiation process. Stay tuned, and I will see you in the next part of this chapter.